John Beilein and the Michigan Wolverines learning their fate. The Wolverines, a number 2 seed in the Midwest region, which means a return trip to the Sweet 16 brings the Michigan Wolverines right back here to Indianapolis. We're joined now by the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, John Beilein. Coach, before we start to look ahead to the postseason, let's look back on what took place here on Sunday. You guys had so much offensive success in your 2 regular season meetings against Michigan State. What did they do defensively today that made it so difficult?
Well, I think the biggest thing is when you add veteran defenders like they have and athletic ones with Payne and Dawson, which were both of them weren't in those other 2 games. It's that just one other defender. We've had a lot of success this year picking on bad defenders. You're trying to pick one out there. There's not a whole lot of them. And so as a result, you just add 2 experienced players out there like that, a junior and a senior, and it's hard for us to find open shots, and when we did get them, we didn't knock many down.
You know, let's stick on the defensive side for your club. How do you feel about the way you guys are defending? I know you hit a buzzsaw today in Michigan State, but overall, moving into the tournament, how do you feel about your defense right now?
Well, it's been, you know, we're trying to figure out what the percentages tell us because, you know, our number of points allowed is really good.
Okay.
The field goal percentage, which is the number that everybody used to go by, right, is not so good. And so we feel, well, this must not be good. But wait a minute, we won a lot of games. We won a lot of games. So is there a glitch in that matrix? I don't know, because we do give up easy baskets, but we don't give up easy foul shots. Okay. You know, so there's some way that we're limiting points, and that's the real goal, Steve.
That's right.
To score more points than they do.
For sure.
So I don't know how we're doing it, because we've had field goal percentages that were better, but we gave up more points. So we got to figure it out.
Coach, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, so we'll just start with your first opponent in the upcoming NCAA tournament, the Wofford Terriers out of the Southern Conference. A little bit of a connection between yourself and the coaching staff there. Darius Nichols, one of the assistants at Wofford. Does that concern you at all because they're familiar with the style of play?
Absolutely. It concerns me. And first of all, I've played against Mike Young and his team. They do a great job there. They've always been in the Southern Conference with a great team. The bad news is Davidson's have been very good all year, for many years in the Southern Conference. So this year was one year that Wofford got by the usual guys at the top of the Southern Conference, and they really have a good basketball team. They also have a young man named Darius Nichols, who was, unfortunately, one of the brightest point guards I have ever coached. And as a result, he knows what John Beilein's thinking, maybe as good as John Beilein does and our staff. So there's going to be quite a challenge.
Perhaps the Jedi mind trick gets pulled in Michigan's second-round game in the opener against Wofford. John, we appreciate the time so much. Wish you the best of luck moving forward into the postseason.
Thanks, everybody. You all do a great job, and we appreciate it very much.
Let's head back to our studios in Chicago, guys.